So, update once again from a day in the life. I wound up not being able to go into the archives today. It just wasn't logistically feasible. I did wind up having an email exchange with Libo, who is the woman in charge of the AV resources at the archives. She let me know that pretty much everything I wanted access to is available as a transcript. So when I go back in, I'm gonna have really easy access to all of those to look through while I'm at the archives. I asked her if she could still put some of the ones that aren't transcribed onto a flash drive for me so that I can watch them or listen to them another time. So hopefully that works out. Gosh, I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind is really crazy today. Sitting up here in the upstairs lounge, and it's just whooshing through and whooshing all around, which is pretty surreal, kind of awesome. Part of me keeps wondering if the roof is gonna blow off like the big bad wolf. Hopefully I'm not one of the little pigs who built a really bad structure. So I also just got an email back from Stanley saying, yeah, the protests are still going on campus, and that Monday is going to be the best day for me to come back. So good thing that I just sort of planned around that for today. So my work schedule for today is going to be doing some reading, and then tomorrow I'm going to visit Robben Island Museum. So assuming conditions are okay to go out onto the bay, I'm going to be able to actually go out to the island and do a tour there, which I did the last time I was here a few years ago, and it's a really, really wonderful tour. I'm going to take as much video footage as I can. Hopefully some of it will be interesting to others, but all of it will definitely be interesting to me. One of the best parts of the tour, in my opinion, is that the tour of the actual former prison itself is led by a former political prisoner. So you are really able to understand, not just the history of the space from like a baseline historical perspective, but also what the space was like for people who lived there and inhabited it as political prisoners. I can just, I guess, comment here if anyone is interested in me uploading the footage that I have of the last time we were here, of our guide sort of talking about his story and explaining, his experience there on just like, I think it's a maybe 5 or 10 minute video. So I can totally upload that here as a separate video for people to see. But yeah, tomorrow, again, assuming conditions are good, based on the crazy wind level today, I think if I tried to go today, probably wouldn't have been possible. But so yeah, it's a little, for anyone who's been to Alcatraz, which is kind of a similar situation of prison out on an island in the bay. So unlike Alcatraz, this is fully guided tour. So in order to go there, you have to go at some specified times, which means there's a lot more limitations in terms of like when they can allow people to go there and what kinds of conditions are possible. They have to really time it very specifically. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get out there tomorrow, and I know it'll be really interesting. And again, yeah, I'm going to take as much footage as I can, which hopefully will give me some new insight, some new stories from what I learned last time and what I read and what I'm going to be reading about in these archives. But yeah, so I don't know that there's anything interesting to share aside from that. If any fascinating developments occur, I'll absolutely check back in. But aside from that, have a great Thursday, and I will see you all again Friday. Peace. Or actually, no, one more quick thing. I have a shirt that I brought with me that says "Support your local library" on it. And I thought about wearing it today, but then I was like, no, that looks like I'm like in a library fandom, going to a library, cosplaying as like a library addict, which I mean is true. I am one. But, figured that might be a little weird, so held off on that. But, yeah. I don't know if anyone else cares or finds that funny, but I definitely do. So there. Okay, yeah. I decided that there is one more thing. Can you imagine how much better the first Iron Man movie would have been with Don Cheadle? Just, whoa.